Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Mole here, coming at ya. And I don't know why this guy, Der Fuchs, leaves the game at the beginning every time. Very strange. This is game 2 between DuckloadRa and DIMAGA, and someone I've heard a couple theories as to why DuckloadRa is going by DuckloadRa. One of the theories was that he couldn't use the word white in his name because of the name filters or something like that. Some people have some the Blizzard's name filters are a little bit strenuous. Someone had the name, I read somewhere that someone had the name Assassin in on Battle.net, and they like closed his account or something, or they forced him to change his name because it had bad words in it, I guess. Anyway, but the more popular theory is that apparently DuckloadRa is being sponsored by a upload site, sort of like, you know, Rapid Share or whatever, called Duckload. So there you go. That makes a lot more sense. Anyway, so getting his name out there, kind of like you know, Tasteless and Nartosis keep talking about how someone needs to get Nestea to sponsor Nestea. If you haven't seen the GSL finals, go watch that. Nestea, best Zerg in the world, hands down. Awesome play, and that's my somewhat uninformed opinion, but it is my opinion. But it's also the opinion of the all-knowing, all-seeing Artosis. So it's definitely, if you don't believe me, you can believe him. Anyway, very good player, Nestea, and he just named himself Nestea because he had like a bottle of Nestea on his table when he made his Battle.net account or something silly like that. Anyway, but he is not sponsored like DuckloadRa is. Anyway, so DuckloadRa here, the red Protoss, and DIMAGA. Both these guys, very big name Brood War players. DuckloadRa, pretty much one of the top 5 most successful foreigners ever in all of Brood War history. I think that's safe to say. Up until the beta of Starcraft 2, DuckloadRa was owning face in the Brood War world, and has been doing that for a long time. Anyway, so DIMAGA, of course, not top 5 most successful, but definitely one of the most well-known, well, one of the more well-known, I'll say, not the most well-known players in the Brood War world. So both of them playing Starcraft 2 here. We got DuckloadRa going again for this Gateway Core seal with the Zealot in there, and it's a really nice seal. It's a good thing to do. Okay, there he goes, putting a few on gas there. Anyway, Zerglings are out now. They're going to chase that probe around. They're probably going to kill that probe off pretty soon here, and just starting to get their tech going and that kind of thing. So we've got this sort of mid-game. StarCraft 2 is interesting how you kind of almost don't need to scout early, because your scout now gets killed before it can see anything interesting. In Brood War, you can keep your SCV alive. I was saying, where's the Zealot going? It's going down the ramp a little bit to see if it can get a Zergling kill. It's going to go back up and camp that gap again. Anyway, yeah, in Brood War, you could keep your SCV alive in their base or whatever for a long time and see, you know, what tech route they're going for and that kind of thing. And I like that, making the second queen, putting the creep tumor down, and then running it over to the second hatchery, so you have a queen at your second hatchery as soon as it spawns in. Also a little bit of defense against this stalker who's coming up and just going to try and do some damage. Running in here, going to be able to kite back. There's a lot of Zerglings though. Zergling speed is not yet in production. Doesn't even have gas. He's just started to get gas. So the Zerglings aren't going to quite be able to catch up to that stalker, but he is going to be able to get all the way over here. He's got a single sentry here. A lot of Zerglings coming in here. He may have to use that sentry, actually. These look like almost exploratory Zerglings, but there's a lot of them there. And now he's got a tight seal, though. This Zealot blocking that gap. I think it blocks the gap. I don't know if a Zergling can get through there. Yeah, and a couple sentries behind in the stalker. That is plenty. That is plenty. What is going on here, though? Oh, okay, that's just mainering. I just saw a bunch of units. I thought maybe he'd spawn a third queen as well. He doesn't know what's going on inside DuckloadRa's base. He's going to run this Overlord in, suicide it to find out. But, you know, for all he knew, what the heck? Did he just accidentally Guardian Shield? I think he accidentally Guardian Shielded. Okay, that's cool. That's too bad. Anyway, he's going to run in here and suicide this Overlord in there. He doesn't now. He's not going. I don't think he's quite going to make it over here. In fact, we can see what he sees right now. Yeah, he's going to make it most of the way over there, so he's going to be pretty sure there's no hidden tech at this point, especially since he sees those gateways. But that's, I think, one of the reasons why he made that third queen. You never know if there's going to be a Void Ray rush. You need a couple queens to deal with the Void Ray. But he's going to just mass spine, well, not mass spine crawlers, but several spine crawlers on the front door. Again, not sure what whiteRa can put out right now. whiteRa is actually going for an expansion once he's got those extra gateways up in his warp gate tech. So very interesting. I mean, he knows he's behind a little bit. You know, in Brood War being one base to the Zergs 2 wasn't really behind, but in Starcraft 2 it kind of is a little bit. You know, you need to not fall behind that much. You need to get a second base before too long. Basically, I mean, it partly comes down to the harvester count as well. Anyway, whiteRa pushing out here with a decent-sized force. DIMAGA's going to have to be forced to fall back to this row of spine crawlers. He's trying to put in 2 more. As soon as whiteRa pushed out, he built 2 more in preparation for this attack. He's got a few there. Zerglings coming out to try and support those spine crawlers. They're going to have to kind of run back and forth. Oh, wow. whiteRa is really going massive bullish with this warp gate push here. He's putting a pylon. Nope, never mind, he canceled it. Okay, my bad. Maybe that pylon had been planted. I think that pylon had been planted before he actually got there. He built it as he was running across, and then once before he saw that these spine crawlers were there. 5 spine crawlers. Wow, 5 spine crawlers. That is going to be more than enough to deal with this force right now. But whiteRa has just been putting pressure on just to get his expansion up, and that's really all he needed to do. He's probably going to get some tech. Here we go. Nope, still no tech really from whiteRa. I'm really curious to see that. He's got some money in the bank. We've got a Spire coming out from DIMAGA though, and that is going to be interesting to see some Mutalisks come out here. It's not the best choice of tech, to be honest, against Stalkers and Sentries. But now the thing is he doesn't have a, he doesn't even have a. Okay, there's the Twilight Council up finally, almost up. And he's just getting the forge. He needs to get a couple of cannons down right now around his main. Otherwise, these Mutalisks, which are inevitable, he's got a lot of larvae. He's got a lot of gas. Where's the mutas? Are we seeing them? There we go. Bunch of mutas coming out right now. 6 mutas. Probably going to be a couple more on the way. Oh, and he gets +1 air weapons at the same time immediately. The first thing he does, and I didn't even notice this, he actually got drop and dropped a hatchery over on his base. Very, very interesting move there. You don't see Zergs get dropped that often usually, so it's I don't think whiteRa's going to know anything about that. Still no Robo anyway. Yeah, so there he's upgrading Blink. I was going to say, without Blink, his Stalkers aren't going to be able to do as much good against these Mutalisks. Here they come in, and no cannons in the main. Several Stalkers, though. It's going to think it's going to be enough for just this group of Mutalisks. He's going to kite around and try and kill off some probes while he can. He's just getting a few kills here and there. He's going to run down to this natural expansion as well, but whiteRa's main army is going to come over here and be able to chase those off. He's probably going to get away with all of them intact. Yeah, almost dead on a couple of those, but they survive. And in the meantime, whiteRa getting an expansion up at the gold base. Wow. So, and more, Jesus, more spine crawlers going up at the front. He really doesn't want to get broken by just a mass of units going in there while he's teching and expanding and stuff. And these oh no, oh wow, that is awesome. He's dropped on the other island another drone. He's gonna take whiteRa's island. Wow, that is awesome. This is Lost Temple, by the way, in case anyone needed to know the map name. Going in here, attacking this new expansion. Blink is upgraded, obviously, so he's going to be able to chase those off without too much problem. He's got a few Stalkers over here as well. So both players, neither player can really attack the other right now. More Mutalisks out right now. He's actually going for lots and lots of Mutalisks. And oh man, he's going to be able to really power out those Mutalisks pretty soon. He's going to have 6 gas right now, and soon to be even more. Once he gets those 8 gas, he's going to be able to pump out so many units. And the Mutalisks, again, I'm not sure why he's continuing with these Mutalisks right now. They're not the best option against, you know, Stalkers and Sentries. That's what he's going. He's going for mass Blink Stalkers, basically, with some Sentries to support. So, what did I miss over here? Oh, Mutalisks coming in, trying to kill some more probes, trying to make sure that gold base isn't mining too much. But, ooh, chasing him with the Blink. Where did they go? Oh, they went back around here, that's why. So he's got this second island base up. We've got probes running around. I think he might be checking for extra bases, and he's not going to find any extra bases. He may be scouting to make his own hidden base. Nope. See, he's got it rallied to the different bases. So he's scouting around for different bases, seeing where he's expanded to. And let me just check real quick. Yeah, he doesn't know about either of the islands. He knows that some more mutalisks are coming into the back, though. A large group of mutalisks coming in there. Kill off that cannon. Stalker's blinking in to take some shots, but there's more mutalisks than those stalkers can handle. Those few are going to get taken out. He's going to have to run from the main army running in there, though. And finally, another gateway going down. Finally, a robotics facility. I'm excited to see some tech buildings. For the, I was really not sure where the tech has been. All he's gotten is the Twilight Council with Blink. Finally going to put some more gateways down as well, and really start powering up off these 3 bases. And we're probably going to see him just make his main push off these 3 bases, and not necessarily turn into a longer macro sort of thing. And DIMAGA is just counting on this base to stay hidden, basically, and it is going to stay hidden. I mean, I wonder, can you blink from there? I think that's too close to blink. Anyway, let's see what kind of tech DIMAGA's. He's going all kinds of tech. Look at this production tab. Upgrades be going on. Air attack 2 is almost up. Ground carapace, melee attacks. He's got all kinds of upgrades going on. An overseer just chilling around. Good thing to have around. He's been a little bit slow with these creep tumors. Finally, he's starting to creep out a little bit. But considering that he put down his creep tumor with the second queen very early on, he hasn't creeped out very far. Just running around with these mutalisks, and he's got more in his main base. But yeah, I'm surprised we don't see a bit of a switch. I mean, he's just really investing in these air, and part of that I think is the mobility of this map. I mean, this is Lost Temple, and you can see that's all it takes to go from main to main. In these close positions, you see, and he's actually having to keep a lot of stalkers in his main base because of that. And here they're gonna drive off these mutalisks. That looks like they were gonna go in for a little bit of an attack. They're gonna meet up with some cannons, and some stalkers are gonna blink over there and take some shots at them. Nice little blink, picks off a mutalisk, almost picks off a second one there. Finally, Observer out now. Let's see what he's seen. Yeah, now he sees that base. Now he sees that, and that's going to be his target. He sees this base as well. Wow, he actually can blink over there. I'm sorry, he can blink that distance, but only a couple at a time, apparently. Or he's just having trouble blinking across that gap because some of his stalkers are in the spot where he would want to blink to. They're not doing terribly good against these spine crawlers, slowly getting taken out, but I think there's just going to be too many. In the meantime, the mutalisks counterattacking over here, trying to get some damage done. They're going to try and fly over this gap and defend this. Lots of Zerglings popping out, and those Zerglings are ironically going to be now stuck on this island. But mutalisks coming in just in the nick of time. I think he needs to fall back. He saved his island. He needs to fall back now before the main army gets there. Actually, where is the main army? They're just kind of scattered around. Let's see, army tab. That's what I'm looking for. Nope, he's still got a significant army hanging around. Okay, here's a lot of stalkers over there, warping in more. So he's still got them spread out a little bit. Still some more in the main base there. And that kind of thing. Warp Prism. Ooh, I like that. I like that he's going to send a Warp Prism. But where's he going to go with that Warp Prism? It's rallied directly to the... Okay, this is just... Okay, good. He drew the Warp Prism away. I was worried he was just going to march his Warp Prism straight into those mutalisks right there. Oh, and let me get on everyone's view again there. Anyway, so White now with some more... Oh my goodness. Look at this crap. So many spine crawlers. He put all of his drones to spine crawlers on this base. Oh man. Wow, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. I guess he had the money to burn, and here he comes in with some Zerglings. Speaking of money to burn, to take out this new base. White trying to sneak an expansion in the side there. White is really starting to fall behind now. I thought he was going to be okay with just those with the gold base, but DIMAGA is just taking everything all over the map.